To dream is to imagine a life that reflects our deepest desires, and in doing so, we create a roadmap for how to achieve it. Yet, hope requires patience. It's not a quick fix or a guarantee of immediate results. There will be times when the progress is slow, when the path forward is unclear, and when doubts creep in. But hope teaches us to trust in the process, to believe that the effort we put in today will bear fruit in the future. It's a practice of faith, not necessarily in a spiritual sense, but in the belief that life has the potential to surprise us in wonderful ways. Hope also invites us to embrace change. Change can be unsettling, even frightening, but it's also a catalyst for growth and transformation. When we hold on to hope, we approach change not as something to be feared, but as an opportunity to create something new. This mindset allows us to adapt, to find possibilities in the unexpected, and to thrive in the face of uncertainty. As we cultivate hope, we also become a source of hope for others. Our actions, words, and attitudes have the power to inspire and uplift those around us. Sometimes simply showing up with a positive outlook or offering a listening ear can make a profound difference in someone else's life. In this way, hope becomes a ripple effect, spreading outward and creating a sense of connection and possibility that extends beyond ourselves. Ultimately, hope is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It's a reminder that no matter how difficult life may feel in the moment, we have the capacity to endure, to grow, and to create a future filled with possibility. Hope is not a destination, it's a journey, a practice, and a choice we make each day to believe in ourselves, in others, and in the boundless potential of what lies ahead. As we navigate the unfolding story of life, there's an undeniable truth that emerges. Everything is in a constant state of flux. Change is the only certainty, weaving its way through every aspect of our existence. It reshapes our relationships, redefines our goals, and challenges our sense of identity. At first, this inevitability of change might feel unsettling, even intimidating, but within it lies the potential for profound growth and transformation. Change often begins quietly, like the subtle shifting of seasons. It may start as a small nudge, a feeling that something is no longer aligned, a yearning for something more. Other times, it arrives uninvited, abrupt and forceful, shaking the foundations of what we thought we knew. Whether gradual or sudden, change has a way of pushing us out of our comfort zones and into the unknown. In these moments, it's natural to feel resistance. After all, our routines, habits, and familiar surroundings provide a sense of security. But resisting change only delays the inevitable, creating tension and prolonging discomfort. Instead, when we learn to embrace change, to lean into it with curiosity and openness, we unlock the potential it holds. This doesn't mean suppressing our fears or uncertainties. It means acknowledging them while choosing to move forward anyway. The key to navigating change lies in perspective. When faced with uncertainty, it's easy to focus on what's being lost or what's unfamiliar. But every ending carries within it the seed of a new beginning. What if we looked at change not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity? An opportunity to reinvent ourselves, to explore new possibilities, to discover strengths we didn't know we had. Change is also a mirror, reflecting back to us the areas of our lives that are in need of attention. As we move through change, self-compassion becomes more important than ever. It's tempting to judge ourselves harshly, to feel that we should be handling things better or moving through the transition faster. But change is a process, and it takes time. Self-compassion reminds us to be patient with ourselves, to honor our emotions, and to trust that we're doing the best we can with the resources we have. Within the process of change lies the opportunity for reinvention. Who do we want to become? What kind of life do we want to create? These questions can feel overwhelming, but they're also an invitation, a chance to dream, to imagine, and to set new intentions. Reinvention doesn't have to mean a complete overhaul. Sometimes it's about small shifts that lead to big transformations over time. Relationships are also a crucial part of navigating change. When the world feels uncertain, the connections we share with others provide stability and support. Leaning on loved ones, sharing our struggles, and seeking guidance can make the process of change feel less isolating. At the same time, change often reveals the strength of our relationships, deepening bonds with those who walk alongside us and helping us discern which connections are worth nurturing. Of course, not all change is welcome, and not all transitions feel positive. There are times when change brings loss, grief, and heartbreak. These moments test our resilience and challenge our capacity to find meaning. But even in the midst of pain, there is room for growth. Healing takes time, and it's okay to grieve what's been lost. But eventually, we come to see that while change may take away, it also gives us the chance to rebuild, to create something new and meaningful from the fragments of what once was. As we reflect on the inevitability of change, it's clear that it is both a challenge and a gift. It pushes us to grow, to adapt, and to embrace the full spectrum of human experience. It reminds us that nothing is permanent, encouraging us to savor the present and to approach life with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Through change, we learn that we are stronger, more adaptable, and more resilient than we ever imagined. We discover that even in the face of uncertainty, we have the power to shape our own story, to find meaning in the journey, and to create a life that reflects the best of who we are. And so, we learn to welcome change, not with fear, but with open hearts and minds, ready to see where it takes us. Amid the ever-changing landscape of life, there's a concept that often gets overlooked but holds immense power: the art of presence. It's a state of being fully engaged with the moment in front of us, free from the distractions of the past or the worries of the future. While it sounds simple, cultivating presence in a world that constantly pulls our attention in multiple directions is one of the greatest challenges and one of the most rewarding practices. Presence is more than just being physically in a place. It's about immersing ourselves completely in the here and now, allowing ourselves to experience life as it unfolds. It's the ability to truly see, hear, and feel without judgment or distraction. Imagine the difference between glancing at a sunset and actually watching it, noticing the shifting colors, the way the light touches the clouds, and the quiet it brings to your mind. That's presence. When we're present, life takes on a richer texture. Conversations become deeper because we're genuinely listening, not just waiting for our turn to speak. Simple moments, sharing a meal, walking in nature, or even doing mundane tasks, become opportunities for connection and reflection. Presence allows us to slow down and appreciate the beauty and meaning in the ordinary. However, presence doesn't come naturally to most of us. Our minds are often busy, replaying past events or rehearsing future scenarios. We carry to-do lists, deadlines, and countless responsibilities, all of which compete for our attention. But this constant mental noise can rob us of the joy that comes from simply being. The practice of presence is about quieting that noise and finding clarity in the moment. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for cultivating presence. By bringing awareness to our breath, our senses, or the rhythm of our bodies, we create a pathway back to the present. It doesn't require elaborate rituals or hours of meditation. Even a few seconds of intentional breathing can ground us in the here and now. Over time, these small moments of mindfulness add up, helping us develop a deeper capacity for presence. Another way to practice presence is by letting go of multitasking. In a culture that often glorifies doing multiple things at once, single tasking can feel counterintuitive. But when we focus on one thing at a time, we give it our full attention and energy, and the results are often far more meaningful. Whether it's cooking a meal, writing an email, or spending time with a loved one, doing it with undivided attention transforms the experience. Presence also invites us to embrace imperfection. Life is messy, unpredictable, and rarely goes according to plan. But when we're present, we learn to flow with what is, rather than resisting it. This doesn't mean we have to like every moment or pretend things are fine when they're not. It means accepting reality as it is, finding peace in the process, and choosing to respond with intention rather than reaction. One of the most beautiful aspects of presence is its ability to deepen our relationships. When we give someone our full attention, we communicate that they matter to us, that they are seen and valued. In a world filled with distractions, the gift of presence is one of the most meaningful things we can offer. It fosters connection, understanding, and trust, creating bonds that withstand the tests of time and change. Presence also teaches us to let go of control. So much of our stress and anxiety comes from trying to dictate outcomes or worrying about things beyond our influence. But the truth is, the only thing we ever truly have control over is how we engage with the present moment. When we release the need to control everything, we find freedom. A freedom to adapt, to trust, and to fully experience life as it unfolds. Even in moments of difficulty, presence can be a source of strength. By staying grounded in the now, we avoid the spiral of what-ifs and if-onlys that often exacerbate our suffering. Instead, we focus on what we can do right now, one step at a time. This approach doesn't make challenges disappear, but it equips us to face them with clarity and resilience. The practice of presence also brings us closer to gratitude. When we're fully present, we become more aware of the abundance in our lives, the kindness of a stranger, the warmth of the sun, the sound of laughter. These moments might otherwise go unnoticed in the rush of daily life, but presence allows us to savor them, creating a sense of joy and contentment. Presence is not about escaping reality, it's about embracing it fully. It's about showing up for life in all its complexity, with an open heart and a clear mind. It's a reminder that the present moment is all we truly have. Everything else is either a memory or a possibility. By choosing to be present, we honor the gift of now and create a foundation for a life of meaning, connection, and peace. As we move through life, the practice of presence becomes a compass, guiding us back to what matters most. It reminds us that while we cannot change the past or predict the future, we have the power to shape our experience of the present. And in doing so, we create a ripple effect that transforms not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Presence is not just a practice, it's a way of being, a commitment to living fully and authentically in the here and now. There's an undeniable magic in the idea of potential, the boundless, untapped energy that resides within each of us, waiting to be realized. It's what fuels dreams, ignites passions, and pushes us to grow beyond our perceived limitations. But potential is not a guarantee. It's a spark that needs nurturing, a seed that requires care and effort to bloom. Understanding this is the first step toward transforming potential into reality. The journey of unlocking potential begins with a belief in possibility. So often we place limitations on ourselves based on past experiences, fears, or the expectations of others. We tell ourselves stories about who we are and what we're capable of, and these stories can either empower us or hold us back. To fully embrace our potential, we must challenge these narratives, recognizing that they are not fixed truths, but reflections of where we've been, not where we're going. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of this journey. By taking the time to reflect on our strengths, passions, and values, we gain clarity about what truly matters to us. What excites us? What challenges are we eager to tackle? What kind of impact do we want to make in the world? These questions serve as a compass, guiding us toward a path that aligns with our authentic selves. But even with a clear sense of direction, fear often stands in the way of realizing our potential. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. It's a universal experience that can paralyze us if we let it. Yet, fear is not inherently bad. It's a natural response to stepping outside our comfort zones, a sign that we're on the brink of growth. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to move forward despite it, trusting that the discomfort is part of the process. One of the most effective ways to overcome fear is through action. Potential is not unlocked in a single grand gesture, but in a series of small, consistent steps. Each action, no matter how small, builds momentum, creating a sense of progress and possibility. The path to realizing our potential is rarely a straight line. It's a winding journey filled with detours and lessons. But every step forward, every effort made, brings us closer to the person we're meant to be. It's also important to recognize that realizing potential is not a solitary endeavor. The people we surround ourselves with play a crucial role in our journey. Supportive relationships, whether they're with friends, mentors, or colleagues, can inspire and challenge us to grow. They remind us of our worth, offer perspectives we might not see on our own, and celebrate our successes alongside us. At the same time, it's important to distance ourselves from negativity or relationships that stifle our growth, making space for those that uplift and empower us. As we strive to unlock our potential, failure becomes an inevitable part of the process. It's tempting to view failure as a sign that we're not good enough or that we're on the wrong path, but failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone on the way there. Each setback carries valuable lessons, teaching us resilience, adaptability, and the importance of perseverance. When we embrace failure as a natural part of growth, we remove its power to hold us back and instead use it as fuel to move forward. Growth also requires patience and self-compassion. In a world that often glorifies instant results, it's easy to feel frustrated when progress feels slow. But meaningful growth takes time. Just as a seed doesn't become a tree overnight, our potential unfolds gradually through consistent effort and care. By being patient with ourselves and celebrating small victories along the way, we sustain the motivation needed to keep going. Another key to unlocking potential is maintaining a sense of curiosity. When we approach life with curiosity, we open ourselves to new experiences, ideas, and opportunities. Curiosity allows us to see challenges as puzzles to be solved rather than obstacles to be feared. It keeps us engaged and motivated, reminding us that there's always more to learn and discover. In the process of growth, it's easy to become focused on outcomes, the achievements, the milestones, the external markers of success. But true potential is not about what we accomplish. It's about who we become in the process. It's the character we build, the skills we develop, and the connections we forge. These are the things that give our lives depth and meaning, far beyond any specific achievement. As we unlock our potential, we also inspire others to do the same. Our courage to dream, to take risks, and to pursue our passions creates a ripple effect, encouraging those around us to believe in their own potential. In this way, our growth becomes a source of light, illuminating not just our path, but the paths of those we touch. Ultimately, the journey of realizing our potential is one of self-discovery and self-expression. It's about uncovering the unique gifts we have to offer and sharing them with the world in a way that feels authentic and fulfilling. It's a process of becoming not someone else's version of success, but the fullest, truest version of ourselves. And in doing so, we create a life that is not only rich with achievement, but also deeply aligned with our values and dreams. As the journey unfolds toward its final reflection, we begin to see that life is not just about what we achieve or overcome. It's about the story we write along the way. Every decision, every moment of courage, every connection we make adds another layer to the tapestry of our existence. This realization transforms the way we view our time here, shifting our focus from chasing an end goal to fully embracing the experience of living. At its core, life is about connection, not just with others, but also with ourselves. The relationship we nurture with our own being is perhaps the most profound of all. It shapes the way we see the world, how we respond to challenges, and the depth of joy we allow ourselves to feel. Self-awareness, self-compassion, and self-acceptance are the cornerstones of this relationship, teaching us to embrace our imperfections as essential parts of our humanity. When we look outward, the connections we form with others bring richness and meaning to our lives. It's in these relationships that we find love, belonging, and the opportunity to share our unique gifts. The bonds we create are not always easy. They require vulnerability, patience, and effort. But it is through these challenges that the strongest connections are forged, teaching us the value of trust, forgiveness, and shared growth. And then there is the connection to the world around us, the vast, awe-inspiring network of life that reminds us of our place in something greater. Whether it's the quiet rustle of leaves on a breezy afternoon, the expanse of a star-filled sky, or the rhythmic crash of ocean waves, the natural world has a way of grounding us, of reminding us that we are part of an intricate and beautiful whole. This connection encourages us to live with gratitude and responsibility, recognizing the impact we have on the world and the legacy we leave behind. As we embrace this interconnectedness, the concept of purpose begins to take on new meaning. Purpose is not a destination to be reached or a single defining mission. It's an ongoing process, a series of choices that align with our values and allow us to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. Purpose is found in the way we show up for others, in the kindness we extend, and in the passion we pour into the things we care about. It's not about being perfect, but about being present and intentional. Through this lens, success becomes less about external validation and more about inner fulfillment. It's not measured by accolades or possessions, but by the depth of our relationships, the authenticity of our actions, and the sense of peace we carry within ourselves. True success is about living in alignment with who we are, unapologetically and wholeheartedly. Of course, this journey is not without its challenges. Life will always have its share of pain, uncertainty, and loss. But these experiences, as difficult as they may be, are also opportunities for growth. They teach us resilience, empathy, and the capacity to find beauty, even in the midst of struggle. They remind us that we are capable of enduring, of healing, and of finding joy again. And so, as we navigate the peaks and valleys of life, a profound truth begins to emerge. The journey itself is the reward. It's not about reaching a specific milestone or achieving a perfect state of being. It's about the moments of laughter, the acts of kindness, the lessons learned, and the connections made. It's about the courage to dream, the willingness to try, and the grace to start again when we fall short. As we stand at the intersection of reflection and anticipation, there's a sense of wonder at the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. Life is not a script to be followed, but an improvisation, a dance between intention and spontaneity. Each day is an invitation to create, to explore, and to grow. And in this creation, we leave behind something uniquely ours, a legacy not of perfection, but of authenticity and love. In the end, what truly matters is not the accolades we collect or the milestones we reach, but the way we make others feel, the memories we create, and the love we share. It's about the way we choose to live, moment by moment, fully engaged and deeply connected to the world around us. And so, as the journey continues, let us step forward with open hearts and curious minds, ready to embrace whatever lies ahead. Let us live not in fear of the unknown, but in celebration of the possibilities it holds. Let us remember that life, with all its complexity and wonder, is a gift, one to be cherished, savored, and shared. Learning and performing artistic skills can be a profound journey of self-expression and mental well-being. Engaging in creative endeavors not only opens the mind to endless possibilities, but also nurtures a sense of curiosity, resilience, and adaptability. Imagine picking up a paintbrush or learning a new musical instrument. The process is not merely about mastering a skill, but about uncovering layers of your own personality, thoughts, and emotions. Artistic expression is more than a hobby. It's a tool for mindfulness and introspection. When you immerse yourself in the rhythm of creation, your mind enters a flow state where worries dissolve and time feels irrelevant. This state of focused attention and relaxation is therapeutic, offering a break from the constant noise of daily life. The act of learning something new, whether sketching a landscape or crafting a piece of pottery, rewires the brain to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. It pushes you to see beauty in imperfection, to experiment, and to persist despite setbacks. In a world that often prioritizes productivity and efficiency, taking the time to cultivate artistic skills is a radical act of self-care. It reminds us to slow down, to appreciate the process rather than rushing toward a final product. This journey mirrors the Stoic philosophy of focusing on what we can control, our effort, attitude, and dedication, while letting go of external judgments. Creativity, much like Stoicism, teaches us to embrace impermanence and to find peace in the present moment. Think about the joy of writing a story or composing a melody. Every word and note reflects a fragment of your inner world, a world that yearns to connect, to express, and to be understood. The vulnerability of sharing your art fosters empathy and deepens relationships as others resonate with your experiences. Artistic pursuits become a bridge, uniting diverse perspectives and breaking down barriers of misunderstanding. Moreover, engaging in art can be a pathway to resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges often arise without warning. By honing creative skills, you develop the ability to adapt and innovate, to view problems as puzzles rather than insurmountable obstacles. The patience required to refine a skill, the courage to start over when something doesn't work, and the persistence to see a project through all contribute to a mindset that is both strong and flexible. Consider the parallels between art and physical well-being. Just as exercise strengthens the body, creative practice sharpens the mind and nurtures the soul. It's a reminder that health extends beyond the physical to include emotional and intellectual vitality. When you prioritize your mental health through creativity, you're better equipped to face life's ups and downs with grace and composure. The journey of learning and performing artistic skills is also a journey inward. It invites you to explore the depths of your emotions, to confront fears and insecurities, and to celebrate your unique voice. In this way, art becomes a mirror reflecting who you are and who you aspire to be. It challenges you to grow, to step outside your comfort zone, and to embrace the unknown with curiosity and courage. This journey is not just for personal gain, but also for the benefit of the world around you. Art has the power to inspire, to heal, and to provoke thought. When you create, you contribute to a collective tapestry of human experience, leaving a legacy that transcends time. Whether through a painting, a song, or a piece of writing, your art has the potential to touch lives and ignite change. As you continue on this path, remember that the value of art lies not in perfection, but in authenticity. Each stroke, each note, each word is a testament to your unique perspective and creativity. Celebrate the imperfections, for they are what make your art and you remarkable. The process of learning and performing artistic skills is not merely about achieving proficiency. It is about finding meaning and connection in a world that often feels fragmented. It is about reclaiming a sense of wonder and possibility, about reminding yourself and others of the beauty that exists in even the smallest moments. Through art, you cultivate a life that is rich in purpose, joy, and resilience, a life that embraces the full spectrum of human experience with an open heart and mind. Life often feels like a constant balancing act between responsibilities, relationships, and the pursuit of personal fulfillment. In this chaos, the importance of self-discovery and personal growth often gets overshadowed. Artistic endeavors serve as a quiet sanctuary, a space where we can pause, reflect, and realign ourselves with what truly matters. Imagine standing before a blank canvas, the possibilities endless, and the only limitations are the ones you impose on yourself. This act of creation becomes a metaphor for life itself. Art teaches us to see the world differently. Where some might see a mundane object, an artist sees shapes, colors, and stories waiting to be told. This shift in perspective encourages mindfulness, a state of being fully present in the moment. When you sit down to write, paint, or compose, you're not just engaging in a creative act. You're meditating. Your mind focuses on the task at hand, your worries fade into the background, and you're left with a profound sense of clarity and peace. The journey of learning an artistic skill also mirrors the process of building resilience. Take, for instance, learning to play a musical instrument. At first, your fingers stumble over the keys or strings, the notes sound disjointed and frustration bubbles to the surface. But with practice and patience, the once chaotic sounds transform into melodies. This process of trial and error, of failing and trying again, builds a mental fortitude that extends far beyond the creative realm. It teaches you that failure isn't an endpoint, but a stepping stone toward mastery. Art also has a unique way of connecting us to our emotions. In a world that often encourages us to suppress vulnerability, creativity allows us to express feelings that words alone cannot convey. A poem can capture the depth of heartbreak. A painting can communicate the euphoria of love. A dance can embody the turmoil of self-discovery. Through these expressions, we not only process our own emotions, but also create a shared human experience that resonates with others. Engaging in creative pursuits fosters a sense of curiosity and wonder, qualities that are vital for lifelong learning and personal growth. When you experiment with a new medium or style, you're not just expanding your artistic repertoire, you're challenging yourself to think differently, to approach problems with an open mind, and to embrace uncertainty. This mindset of exploration and adaptability is invaluable in all areas of life, from personal relationships to professional endeavors. Consider the power of storytelling, one of the oldest and most universal forms of artistic expression. Stories have the ability to transport us to other worlds, to walk in someone else's shoes, and to see life from perspectives vastly different from our own. When you write or tell a story, you're not just entertaining, you're bridging gaps in understanding and fostering empathy. This act of connection is a reminder of our shared humanity, of the threads that bind us together despite our differences. Creativity also has a profound impact on mental health. Studies have shown that engaging in artistic activities can reduce stress, alleviate symptoms of anxiety and depression, and enhance overall well-being. The simple act of drawing or journaling can become a therapeutic practice, a way to process complex emotions and find solace amidst the noise of daily life. It's not about creating a masterpiece. It's about creating space for yourself, for your thoughts and feelings to be seen and heard. Through art, we also learn the value of patience and persistence. A masterpiece isn't created overnight, and neither is a fulfilled life. Each brushstroke, each word, each chord is a small step towards something greater. This teaches us to value the journey as much as the destination, to find joy in the process rather than fixating solely on the outcome. In this way, art becomes a teacher, guiding us toward a more mindful and intentional way of living. Artistic expression also challenges the fear of imperfection. Many people hesitate to create because they worry their work won't be good enough. But what is perfection if not a subjective illusion? The most impactful art often comes from raw, unpolished authenticity. When you allow yourself to create without judgment, you give yourself permission to be human, to embrace flaws, and celebrate progress rather than perfection. Furthermore, the skills you develop through art, focus, discipline, creativity, and emotional intelligence are transferable to every aspect of life. These qualities enhance problem-solving abilities, improve communication skills, and foster a deeper understanding of yourself and others. Whether you're navigating a challenging work project, resolving a conflict, or simply seeking fulfillment, the lessons learned through creative pursuits will serve you well. Imagine the ripple effect of embracing art in your life. Your creativity inspires others, encouraging them to explore their own potential. Your courage to express yourself authentically creates a safe space for others to do the same. In this way, art becomes a collective force for positive change, spreading empathy, understanding, and joy. The beauty of artistic skills is that they are accessible to everyone. You don't need to be a professional artist or have formal training to experience the transformative power of creativity. All you need is a willingness to try, to explore, and to express. Whether you're sketching in a notebook, dancing in your living room, or writing a journal entry, every act of creation is a step toward a richer, more connected existence. So, pick up that brush, that pen, that instrument, and begin. Not for the sake of perfection, but for the sake of discovery. Through art, you will find not only a creative outlet, but also a path to self-awareness, resilience, and profound connection. The journey is yours to take, and the possibilities are as boundless as your imagination. In the quiet moments when the world feels overwhelming, art has the ability to provide solace and clarity. It becomes a companion, a confidant, and a mirror reflecting the parts of ourselves we often overlook. The act of creation allows us to pause and breathe, to step back from the chaos and immerse ourselves in something that is deeply personal, yet universally human. This connection to creativity is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for a balanced and fulfilling life. Imagine the first time you attempted something new, drawing a portrait, writing a poem, or playing an instrument. That initial moment was likely filled with both excitement and apprehension. The unfamiliarity felt daunting, but there was also an undeniable spark, a curiosity that pushed you forward. This spark is the essence of what makes us human, the desire to explore, to learn, and to express. It's a reminder that growth often begins at the edge of our comfort zones. As you lean into the process of learning an artistic skill, you begin to understand that progress is not linear. There are days when everything clicks and your creativity flows effortlessly, and others when frustration takes over. But it's in these moments of struggle that the most profound growth occurs. Each mistake, each failed attempt, teaches you something valuable about the process, and more importantly, about yourself. You learn patience, perseverance, and the importance of showing up even when things feel difficult. Artistic endeavors also teach us to embrace impermanence. A potter shapes clay knowing that it might crack in the kiln. A writer pours their soul into a manuscript, aware that not every reader will understand its depth. These moments of vulnerability remind us that nothing in life is permanent, and that's precisely what makes it beautiful. The fleeting nature of creation mirrors the transience of life itself, encouraging us to savor each moment and find joy in the act of doing rather than the end result. The beauty of art lies in its ability to transcend boundaries. It speaks a universal language, one that can communicate emotions and ideas that words often cannot capture. A painting can evoke a sense of nostalgia, a song can bring tears to your eyes, and a dance can convey an entire story without a single word. This power to connect with others on a deeply emotional level is one of the greatest gifts of creativity. Through art, we bridge gaps in understanding, celebrate diversity, and find common ground. Art also invites us to question and explore. It challenges our perceptions and encourages us to see the world through a different lens. A photograph might capture the essence of a fleeting moment, prompting us to reflect on the passage of time. A piece of abstract art might stir emotions we can't quite name, pushing us to confront the complexities of our inner world. This act of questioning deepens our understanding of ourselves and the world around us, fostering a sense of curiosity that keeps us engaged and open to new possibilities. In a society that often equates productivity with worth, art reminds us of the importance of simply being. When you lose yourself in the rhythm of a brushstroke or the cadence of a melody, you're not thinking about deadlines or to-do lists. You're fully present, immersed in the joy of creation. This presence is a form of mindfulness, a way to reconnect with the here and now and find peace amidst the noise. Artistic skills also help us build resilience, not just in the creative process, but in life as a whole. When you face a blank canvas, a challenging passage of music, or a complex storyline, you learn to confront uncertainty with courage and determination. You develop the ability to adapt, to pivot when something doesn't go as planned, and to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. These lessons extend far beyond the creative realm, equipping you to navigate life's twists and turns with grace and confidence. The act of sharing your art with others can be both terrifying and exhilarating. It requires vulnerability to put a piece of yourself out into the world, knowing it may be met with criticism or indifference. Yet, it's through this sharing that we create connections and inspire others. Your work might resonate with someone in a way you could never have anticipated, sparking their own journey of self-expression. This ripple effect is a testament to the transformative power of creativity. Art also teaches us to value the journey over the destination. Too often, we get caught up in the pursuit of perfection, forgetting that the true joy lies in the process itself. When you focus on the act of creating rather than the outcome, you allow yourself to experiment, to play, and to discover. This shift in perspective can be liberating, freeing you from the pressure of expectations and opening the door to endless possibilities. Through creativity, we cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. We learn to celebrate our uniqueness, to embrace our imperfections, and to find meaning in the seemingly mundane. Whether you're painting, writing, dancing, or simply doodling in the margins of a notebook, each act of creation is a step toward a richer, more authentic life. So, let art be your guide. Let it challenge you, comfort you, and inspire you. Embrace the messiness of the creative process and find beauty in the imperfections. Remember that every stroke, every note, every word is a reflection of your unique perspective, a perspective that has the power to move, to heal, and to transform. Through art, you are not just creating, you are connecting, growing, and discovering the endless potential within yourself. Artistic expression often becomes a mirror reflecting the intricacies of our emotions and experiences. When we create, we tap into a reservoir of thoughts and feelings that might otherwise remain unspoken. This process of turning the intangible into something tangible, whether a painting, a poem, or a melody, helps us make sense of our inner world. It's not just about making something beautiful, it's about finding clarity, solace, and sometimes even answers. Picture yourself sketching for the first time. At first, the lines are tentative, hesitant, perhaps even clumsy, but as you lose yourself in the rhythm of the pencil gliding across the page, something remarkable happens. The imperfections stop mattering. What begins to take shape is not just an image, but a part of you, your patience, your focus, your willingness to try despite the uncertainty. Every line tells a story, and that story is yours. Creativity is deeply personal, yet profoundly universal. It's an act of vulnerability, a way of saying, "This is how I see the world," and inviting others to see it through your eyes. Whether or not they understand it the way you do is beside the point. What matters is the connection, the shared human experience that art facilitates. Through this connection, we find community and a sense of belonging. Art also teaches us to value the process of discovery. When you engage in a creative pursuit, the end product is rarely the sole purpose. It's the journey, the trial and error, the experimentation, the learning that holds the most significance. Think about a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. With every strike, they are uncovering something hidden within, something that was always there but needed patience and persistence to reveal. In many ways, this mirrors the process of self-discovery. Through creativity, we chip away at the layers of doubt and fear to uncover our truest selves. One of the most powerful aspects of art is its ability to cultivate resilience. Creativity often involves failure, an idea that doesn't work, a composition that feels flat, a design that misses the mark. But within every failure lies a lesson, a stepping stone to something better. This cycle of trial, error, and improvement strengthens our ability to face challenges with courage and adaptability. It reminds us that setbacks are not dead ends, but opportunities for growth. Art also encourages us to embrace imperfections. The world often tells us to strive for perfection, to avoid mistakes at all costs. But creativity flips this notion on its head. A smudge in a drawing, a missed note in a melody, or a typo in a manuscript doesn't diminish its value. It adds character. These imperfections make art uniquely human, a testament to the beauty of flaws. In learning to accept these imperfections in our work, we begin to extend the same grace to ourselves. Moreover, engaging in artistic activities fosters mindfulness. When you're absorbed in the act of creation, your mind quiets. You're no longer preoccupied with the past or anxious about the future. Instead, you're fully present, focused on the colors blending on your palette, the rhythm of your words, or the harmony of your notes. This mindfulness is not only therapeutic, but also transformative, allowing you to approach life with greater clarity and composure. Artistic expression also plays a crucial role in building empathy. When you write a story, paint a scene, or compose a song, you're often drawing from your own experiences and emotions. In sharing your art, you invite others to step into your world, to feel what you feel, and to see life from your perspective. Conversely, experiencing someone else's art allows you to walk in their shoes, broadening your understanding and compassion. Through creativity, we also learn the value of taking risks. Trying a new medium, experimenting with a different style, or stepping outside your comfort zone requires courage. It's a leap of faith, a willingness to be vulnerable and to face the possibility of failure. But with every risk comes the potential for discovery, for innovation, and for moments of profound personal growth. Art has the unique ability to transform the mundane into the extraordinary. A simple cup of coffee becomes a still life, a fleeting moment becomes a photograph, a passing thought becomes a poem. This shift in perspective teaches us to find beauty in the everyday, to appreciate the small, often overlooked details that make life rich and meaningful. Perhaps one of the most profound lessons art teaches us is to let go of control. While technique and skill are important, much of creativity lies in the unexpected, the happy accidents, the spontaneous bursts of inspiration, the moments when you surprise even yourself. Learning to embrace these moments, to trust the process, is a powerful reminder that not everything in life needs to be meticulously planned. As you continue to explore artistic pursuits, you'll notice how these lessons extend beyond the canvas, the page, or the stage. They seep into your relationships, your work, and your approach to life. You'll find yourself more patient, more resilient, and more open to new experiences. You'll learn to navigate challenges with creativity and grace, to communicate with authenticity, and to find joy in the journey rather than just the destination. Art isn't just about creating something, it's about becoming someone, a more curious, empathetic, and self-aware version of yourself. So whether you're a seasoned artist or someone who has never picked up a paintbrush, know that the act of creating holds infinite possibilities. Each stroke, each word, each note is a step toward understanding yourself and the world around you. Let your creativity be a source of strength and inspiration, a reminder that even in the chaos of life, there is always room for beauty and expression. Through art, you're not just creating, you're evolving, growing, and discovering the boundless potential within you. Art is a reminder that within each of us lies an innate capacity to create, to express, and to find meaning. When we engage with art, whether as creators or appreciators, we step into a world where boundaries dissolve, where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, and where the intangible becomes tangible. In this process, we uncover truths about ourselves and the human condition that might otherwise remain hidden. Consider the act of storytelling. It's one of the oldest forms of art, woven into the fabric of every culture. Stories have been passed down through generations to teach, to entertain, and to preserve history. But at their core, stories are about connection. They allow us to see through someone else's eyes, to feel their joys and struggles, and to understand their world. When you sit down to write a story, you're doing more than crafting a narrative. You're extending a piece of yourself to others, inviting them to share in your perspective. This act of sharing is a powerful way to build empathy. Art in all its forms, writing, painting, music, dance, has the unique ability to evoke emotion and foster understanding. A song can stir memories long forgotten. A painting can make us see beauty in things we usually overlook. A poem can articulate feelings we didn't even know we had. Through art, we learn to connect, to relate, and to find common ground. Creating art also teaches us about vulnerability. It takes courage to put your work out into the world, to expose your thoughts, emotions, and ideas to the scrutiny of others. But it's in this vulnerability that we find authenticity. True art comes from a place of honesty, and it's this rawness that resonates most deeply with others. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable through our creations, we not only grow as individuals, but also inspire others to do the same. Moreover, the practice of art fosters a deep sense of discipline. Mastering any creative skill requires time, effort, and a willingness to persevere through challenges. A dancer spends hours perfecting their movements. A writer revises countless drafts, and a painter layers and reworks their canvas until the vision comes to life. This discipline extends beyond the creative realm, teaching us the value of patience, persistence, and dedication in all areas of life. Art also serves as a powerful tool for self-reflection. When you create, you're forced to confront your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. The act of putting something on paper, canvas, or stage often reveals insights you didn't know you had. It's a conversation with yourself, a way to explore who you are and what you stand for. This process of introspection helps you grow not only as an artist, but also as a person. One of the most liberating aspects of art is its freedom. In a world often governed by rules and expectations, art offers a space where there are no limits. You can experiment, take risks, and follow your instincts without fear of failure. This freedom is not just about the absence of constraints. It's about the permission to be yourself, to explore without judgment, and to create without boundaries. Through art, we also learn to value the imperfect. The world often tells us to strive for flawlessness, but art celebrates the beauty in imperfections. A crooked line, an offbeat rhythm, or a fragmented sentence can carry a unique charm that perfection simply cannot replicate. This acceptance of imperfection teaches us to be kinder to ourselves and to see beauty in the unexpected. Art is also a form of play, and play is essential for creativity. It's in the playful exploration of ideas, materials, and techniques that innovation happens. When you allow yourself to play, you open the door to discovery and creativity, uncovering new ways of thinking and expressing yourself. This playful spirit is something we often lose as we grow older, but art reminds us of its importance. In many ways, art is a meditation. When you're fully immersed in the creative process, you enter a state of flow where time seems to stand still. Your mind becomes quiet, focused solely on the act of creating. This state of flow is profoundly restorative, offering a break from the constant demands and distractions of daily life. It's a way to reconnect with yourself and find peace in the present moment. Art also challenges us to think critically and to see the world from multiple perspectives. A single piece of art can be interpreted in countless ways, each perspective adding depth and richness to the experience. This ability to view things from different angles is a valuable skill, not just in art, but in life. It helps us navigate complexities, solve problems, and understand others more deeply. The transformative power of art lies not just in the act of creating, but also in the act of experiencing it. When you stand before a painting, read a poem, or listen to a piece of music, you're engaging in a dialogue with the artist. Their work becomes a lens through which you see your own thoughts and emotions more clearly. This shared experience is a testament to the universal language of art, a language that transcends culture, time, and place. Ultimately, art is about connection, connecting with yourself, with others, and with the world around you. It's a way to celebrate the human experience in all its complexity, to find meaning in the chaos, and to leave a piece of yourself behind for future generations. Whether you're creating or experiencing art, you're participating in something timeless and profoundly human. So, let art be your guide. Let it inspire you, challenge you, and transform you. Through creativity, you'll discover not only a deeper understanding of the world, but also a truer understanding of yourself. And in that discovery, you'll find the strength, resilience, and joy that only art can offer. Art is not confined to galleries, stages, or studios. It exists in the everyday moments of our lives. It is in the way we arrange flowers on a table, the meals we prepare for loved ones, or even the way we tell a story during a conversation. These seemingly small acts of creation are a testament to the inherent artistry in all of us. When we embrace this perspective, life itself becomes a canvas, and every choice, every action becomes a brushstroke, contributing to the masterpiece of our existence. One of the most beautiful aspects of art is its ability to heal. When words fail, art speaks. It becomes a refuge during times of pain and a celebration during times of joy. Imagine the comfort of sketching during a moment of sadness, the catharsis of writing in the midst of heartbreak, or the joy of dancing to your favorite song. These acts of creation are not just distractions, they are profound ways of processing emotions and finding balance. Artistic expression allows us to explore the parts of ourselves we often keep hidden. In creating, we can confront fears, embrace vulnerabilities, and celebrate strengths. A writer might channel their deepest insecurities into a character, a painter might express untamed joy through bold colors, and a musician might weave their longing into a melody. This process is both transformative and empowering, turning our inner world into something tangible, something we can understand and share. Through art, we also learn the value of patience. Mastering a skill, whether it's playing the piano or learning to sculpt, takes time and dedication. The journey is filled with challenges, but each small victory, each chord mastered, each line perfected, is a reminder of the rewards of persistence. This patience doesn't just apply to the creative process, it becomes a way of approaching life, teaching us to embrace growth and to find contentment in progress rather than perfection. Creativity also encourages us to challenge our assumptions and expand our horizons. When you try a new medium or experiment with a different style, you're stepping into the unknown, pushing the boundaries of your comfort zone. This willingness to explore is a powerful mindset that extends beyond art, helping us adapt to change, solve problems, and approach life with curiosity and openness. Art fosters a profound sense of connection, both with ourselves and with others. When you create, you're translating your thoughts and feelings into a form that others can experience. It's a way of saying, "This is how I see the world," and inviting others to see it with you. Conversely, when you experience someone else's art, you step into their perspective, gaining insight into their emotions and experiences. This exchange is a powerful reminder of our shared humanity. Imagine standing before a painting that moves you, reading a poem that resonates deeply, or hearing a song that feels like it was written just for you. These moments remind us that we are not alone, that others have felt what we feel and have found a way to express it. This connection is one of the greatest gifts of art. It bridges the gaps between us, bringing us closer together. Art also has the unique ability to capture and preserve moments in time. A photograph freezes a fleeting smile, a painting immortalizes a sunset, and a story captures the essence of a particular era. These creations become part of our collective memory, allowing future generations to understand and connect with the world as we see it today. When you create, you're contributing to this legacy, leaving behind a piece of yourself that will endure long after you're gone. The creative process also teaches us to let go of control. While technique and planning are important, much of art lies in spontaneity and serendipity. A misplaced stroke might lead to a new idea, an unexpected sound might inspire a new composition, and a moment of improvisation might become the highlight of a performance. Learning to embrace these moments of unpredictability is not just a lesson for art, but a lesson for life, teaching us to adapt and to find beauty in the unexpected. Engaging with art also nurtures our mental well-being. Studies have shown that creative activities reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance cognitive function. The simple act of doodling, singing, or journaling can provide a sense of accomplishment and a moment of peace. These benefits are not about the quality of the work, but about the act of creating itself, a reminder that the journey is as important as the destination. Through creativity, we also cultivate resilience. The challenges we face in art, overcoming creative blocks, learning new techniques, and handling criticism, mirror the challenges of life. Each time we persevere through these difficulties, we strengthen our ability to navigate life's ups and downs. Art teaches us that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities to learn and grow. Ultimately, art invites us to see the world through a lens of possibility. It reminds us that beauty exists in the ordinary, that mistakes can lead to discoveries, and that every moment holds the potential for creation. Whether we are crafting a story, painting a picture, or simply arranging our thoughts in a journal, we are engaging in an act of hope, of believing in the power of transformation. So, allow art to become a part of your everyday life. Whether through grand projects or small gestures, let your creativity flow freely. Don't worry about whether your work is good or bad. Focus instead on the joy of the process, the growth it fosters, and the connections it creates. Through art, you are not just creating objects or experiences. You are creating a richer, more meaningful life. And in doing so, you are reminding yourself and others of the boundless potential that lies within us all. Art offers us a sanctuary, a place where we can retreat and rediscover ourselves in the most profound ways. It's a haven that exists not in a physical location, but in the act of creating, in the moments when our hands, minds, and hearts align to bring something new into existence. It is here, in this space of creativity, that we find freedom from the constraints of the world and reconnect with our truest selves. The beauty of art is that it meets us where we are. It doesn't demand perfection or mastery. It doesn't ask us to conform to anyone else's standards. Instead, it invites us to express ourselves authentically, to pour our emotions, thoughts, and dreams into our creations without fear of judgment. In doing so, art becomes a form of self-acceptance, a celebration of who we are in this moment, flaws and all. Artistic expression often begins with curiosity, a simple what if that sparks the imagination. What if I tried this color combination? What if I wrote a story from this perspective? What if I played this melody differently? These questions open the door to exploration, to stepping into the unknown and discovering something unexpected. This sense of curiosity is not just a catalyst for creativity, it's a way of life, a mindset that encourages us to approach the world with wonder and openness. When we create, we engage in a dialogue with ourselves. A blank page, a silent piano, an untouched canvas. They all reflect back to us our own fears, hopes, and desires. This dialogue is not always easy. There are moments of frustration when the image in our minds refuses to take shape. Moments of doubt when we question whether we're good enough. But these challenges are what make the process meaningful. They push us to grow, to persevere, and to find strength we didn't know we had. Art also teaches us to embrace uncertainty. Unlike many aspects of life, where outcomes are often predictable and structured, the creative process is fluid and open-ended. You may start with a plan, but as you work, the piece takes on a life of its own, leading you in directions you never anticipated. This unpredictability is not something to fear, it's something to welcome. It reminds us that growth often comes from stepping into the unknown and trusting the process. One of the most profound lessons art teaches us is the value of perspective. A single image can be seen in countless ways, depending on who is looking at it. A single story can evoke different emotions in different readers. This multiplicity of interpretations reminds us that there is no single right way to see the world. By exploring these perspectives through art, we learn to be more empathetic, more understanding, and more willing to see things from viewpoints other than our own. Through creativity, we also learn the art of letting go. A dancer can't cling to each step, a musician can't hold on to each note, and a painter can't fixate on every brushstroke. Art is about movement, flow, and release. This principle applies to life as well. When we learn to let go of perfectionism, of fear, of control, we open ourselves to new possibilities and experiences. We allow ourselves to move forward, to grow, and to embrace change. Art has the unique ability to transform pain into beauty. Many of the world's most moving creations have come from moments of sorrow, struggle, or loss. A song written in the depths of heartbreak, a painting born from anger, a poem that captures the ache of longing. These works resonate with us because they speak to the universality of human emotion. They remind us that even in our darkest moments, there is the potential for something beautiful to emerge. Engaging in creative activities also fosters a sense of achievement. Completing a project, no matter how small, gives us a tangible representation of our effort and vision. It's a reminder that we are capable of bringing our ideas to life, of making something where there was once nothing. This sense of accomplishment boosts our confidence and inspires us to tackle new challenges with enthusiasm and determination. Art is also a powerful form of communication. It allows us to express things that words alone cannot capture. A piece of music can convey emotions too complex for language. A painting can tell a story without a single word. A dance can embody feelings that defy verbal explanation. Through these forms of expression, we connect with others on a deeper, more emotional level, bridging gaps in understanding and fostering empathy. In the act of creating, we also learn to celebrate progress over perfection. Every artist knows the feeling of looking back at their early work and seeing how far they've come. This progression is not just about technical skill. It's about growth as a person. It's about learning to embrace mistakes, to take risks, and to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. Art reminds us of the beauty in impermanence. A sandcastle washed away by the tide, a performance that exists only in the moment, a sketch that evolves with each line. These transient creations teach us to appreciate the present, to find joy in the act of creating rather than the permanence of the result. This lesson extends to life itself, encouraging us to savor each moment, knowing that its impermanence is what makes it precious. Ultimately, art is a journey of self-discovery, connection, and transformation. It's a way of exploring the depths of who we are and sharing that exploration with the world. It's a way of saying, this is what I see, this is what I feel, this is who I am. And in doing so, it reminds us that we are not alone, that our experiences, however unique, are part of a shared human story. So embrace the artist within you. Whether you're writing, painting, singing, or simply observing, allow yourself to be fully present in the creative process. Let go of judgment, lean into curiosity, and celebrate the journey of discovery. Through art, you'll find not only a means of expression but a way of living, a life filled with wonder, resilience, and the boundless potential of your imagination. Art is a powerful teacher, a guide that leads us not just to create, but to understand and grow. It has a way of stripping away the distractions of the world, drawing us into a space where we can reflect, process and explore. This journey isn't about achieving greatness in a technical sense. It's about discovering who we are, what we value, and how we connect to the world around us. Imagine sitting with a piece of clay in your hands. At first, it's just a formless lump, but as you work with it, shaping and molding, it begins to take on meaning. Each motion of your fingers imprints not just a shape, but an intention, an expression of something deeper. This process mirrors life itself. We are constantly shaping our experiences, crafting meaning from the raw material of our days. Art teaches us patience. In a world that moves at breakneck speed, creativity reminds us to slow down, to immerse ourselves in the process rather than fixating on the outcome. A painting doesn't come together in an instant. A story isn't written in a single sitting. These endeavors require time, care, and a willingness to linger in the moment. This practice of patience extends beyond art, helping us navigate life's complexities with grace and resilience. The process of creation is also an exercise in problem solving. A painter adjusts when a color doesn't blend as expected. A musician improvises when a note feels off. A writer reworks a paragraph until it flows. These small challenges teach us to think critically, adapt to the unexpected, and find solutions. This mindset becomes invaluable in everyday life, equipping us to approach difficulties with creativity and confidence. Through art, we also learn to celebrate individuality. No two people see the world in the same way, and this uniqueness is reflected in their creations. A single sunset might inspire 1,000 different interpretations, each one a testament to the diversity of human experience. When you create, you're not just producing something new, you're sharing your perspective, your voice, your story. This act of self-expression is a reminder that your viewpoint matters, that your contribution is valuable. Art encourages us to embrace imperfection. A wobbly pot, an off-key note, or a messy sketch still holds beauty because it's infused with the effort and emotion of the creator. These imperfections are not failures. They are marks of authenticity. In learning to accept them in our work, we begin to extend the same acceptance to ourselves. We stop striving for an unattainable ideal and start celebrating the beauty of being human. Creativity also fosters curiosity. It encourages us to ask questions, to experiment, to explore new mediums and techniques. What happens if I mix these colors? What if I write from this character's perspective? What if I play this chord progression differently? These questions lead to discovery, to breakthroughs, and to growth. This sense of curiosity spills over into other areas of life, making us more open-minded, adaptable, and eager to learn. Engaging in artistic pursuits helps us build emotional resilience. The act of creating is deeply personal, and it often involves confronting fears, doubts, and insecurities. But with each piece we complete, we prove to ourselves that we are capable, that we can overcome challenges and bring our vision to life. This resilience doesn't just stay within the realm of art. It strengthens us for the challenges we face in our daily lives. Art is also a bridge to connection. When you share your work, you invite others into your world, offering them a glimpse of your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This act of sharing fosters empathy and understanding, creating bonds that transcend words. Conversely, experiencing someone else's art allows you to step into their world, to see life through their eyes. These exchanges remind us of our shared humanity, of the emotions and stories that unite us. The beauty of art lies in its ability to capture the intangible. A song can convey a feeling that words cannot. A painting can evoke a memory long forgotten. A dance can embody an emotion too complex to articulate. These creations become a language of their own, a way to communicate the depths of our experiences and connect with others on a profound level. Art also teaches us to live in the moment. When you're immersed in the act of creating, the past and future fade away. You're fully present, focused on the colors, the sounds, the movements. This mindfulness is a gift, a reminder to savor the here and now. It helps us find peace amidst the chaos, grounding us in the simple joy of being. The lessons we learn through art are not confined to the creative process. They ripple outward, enriching every aspect of our lives. They teach us to be more patient, more empathetic, more resilient. They encourage us to embrace imperfection, to celebrate individuality, and to approach life with curiosity and openness. They remind us that beauty can be found in the most unexpected places, and that every moment holds the potential for creation. Oh, let your creativity flow. Pick up a brush, a pen, a camera, or simply your thoughts, and begin. Don't worry about perfection or judgment. Focus on the act of creating, on the joy of discovery, and the connections you'll forge along the way. Through art, you'll not only find a means of expression, but also a pathway to a richer, more meaningful life. And in doing so, you'll remind yourself and others of the profound beauty and potential that lies within us all. Art invites us to step into a world of limitless possibilities, where the rules and restrictions of daily life dissolve, leaving room for exploration and self-expression. It's not about the tools or materials you have, but about the courage to begin, the willingness to try, and the openness to discover. In this space, we uncover parts of ourselves that are often hidden, and in doing so, we find a sense of freedom and connection that transcends the ordinary. Think about the simple act of doodling on a piece of paper. At first glance, it might seem trivial, even meaningless. But as the lines flow, you realize it's more than just a casual activity. It's a moment of clarity, a form of meditation where your thoughts align with your movements. Those lines become a visual representation of your mind's rhythm, a snapshot of your inner world. This is the essence of art, transforming the intangible into something tangible, something that speaks to both the creator and the observer. Art often begins with observation. Before we create, we must first see, really see, the world around us. A painter notices the subtle interplay of light and shadow. A writer captures the nuances of human interaction. A musician hears melodies in the everyday sounds of life. This heightened awareness teaches us to be present, to engage fully with our surroundings, and to find inspiration in the smallest details. This act of observation also deepens our appreciation for the world's beauty. It encourages us to look beyond the surface, to find meaning and wonder in places we might otherwise overlook. A patch of sunlight filtering through leaves, the sound of rain tapping against a window, the curve of a smile. These moments become sources of inspiration, reminding us of the richness of life. Artistic expression fosters resilience by teaching us to embrace uncertainty. When you sit down to create, you rarely know exactly how the final piece will turn out. There are twists and turns, moments of doubt, and unexpected breakthroughs. This unpredictability mirrors life itself, and the ability to navigate it with curiosity and courage is a skill that serves us well beyond the canvas or page. Art also challenges us to confront our fears. The fear of failure, of judgment, of not being good enough can be paralyzing, but every time you pick up a brush or a pen, you're choosing courage over fear. You're saying, I am willing to try, to experiment, to learn. This act of bravery builds confidence and reminds us that growth often comes from stepping outside our comfort zones. The process of creating art also nurtures patience. A detailed drawing, a complex melody, or a well-crafted story doesn't come together instantly. It requires time, effort, and persistence. This patience isn't just about the work itself, it's a mindset, a way of approaching challenges with calm determination and a willingness to persevere. Art's capacity to connect us to others is profound. When you share your work, you open a window into your soul, offering others a glimpse of your experiences and emotions. This act of sharing creates a bond, a sense of understanding that transcends words. Similarly, when you experience someone else's art, you step into their world, gaining insight into their perspective and finding common ground. These connections remind us of our shared humanity, of the emotions and stories that unite us. Through creativity, we also learn to embrace imperfection. A smudge in a painting, a cracked note in a song, a misplaced word in a poem, these flaws don't detract from the work's value. In fact, they often add character, making the piece uniquely human. This acceptance of imperfection is a powerful lesson, teaching us to let go of unrealistic expectations and to find beauty in the unpolished and unplanned. Art encourages us to be curious, to ask questions, and to explore new possibilities. What if I tried this color palette? What if I wrote from this perspective? What if I combined these two styles? This spirit of experimentation leads to discovery and growth, fostering a mindset that is open to change and innovation. When we engage in creative activities, we also cultivate mindfulness. The act of focusing on a single task, whether it's painting, writing, or playing an instrument, grounds us in the present moment. It quiets the noise of the past and future, allowing us to fully immerse ourselves in the here and now. This mindfulness is not just calming, it's transformative, helping us approach life with greater clarity and intention. Art also has a remarkable ability to heal. It provides an outlet for emotions that are difficult to express in words, offering a safe space to process pain, grief, and uncertainty. Whether it's writing in a journal, sketching in a notebook, or strumming a guitar, these acts of creation help us release and transform our emotions, bringing a sense of relief and renewal. Perhaps one of the most profound gifts of art is its ability to help us see the world and ourselves differently. A single piece of music can change your mood. A painting can shift your perspective. A story can open your mind to new possibilities. Through these experiences, we grow not just as creators, but as individuals, developing empathy, insight, and a deeper appreciation for the complexity of life. Art reminds us that life is not just about outcomes, but about the journey. It's about the moments of discovery, the lessons learned, and the connections made along the way. It's about finding joy in the act of creating, in the process of turning ideas into reality. These moments of creation are not just expressions of who we are. They are celebrations of who we are becoming. So, let yourself create. Not for recognition, not for perfection, but for the sheer joy of expression. Pick up a pencil, a brush, an instrument, or your own thoughts, and allow them to take shape. In doing so, you'll not only create art, but also cultivate a life rich with meaning, connection, and endless possibility. Through your creativity, you'll discover the infinite potential within yourself and the extraordinary beauty of the world around you. Art is a journey, not a destination. It is a constant evolution, a dance between who we are and who we aspire to be. Every stroke of a brush, every note of a song, every word on a page carries a fragment of our essence. Through creativity, we step outside the ordinary and into a space where we can explore, question, and express the complexities of life. This journey is as much about self-discovery as it is about connection, resilience, and growth. Art reminds us that the world is filled with wonder if we choose to see it. The colors of a sunset, the rhythm of footsteps on a busy street, the intricate patterns of leaves in the wind. All of these hold inspiration for those who take the time to notice. Engaging with art sharpens our ability to observe and appreciate these details, encouraging us to slow down and savor the beauty in everyday life. The act of creation is also an act of courage. It requires vulnerability to put a piece of yourself into the world, to share your thoughts, emotions, and imagination with others. But it is in this vulnerability that we find authenticity. True art is not about perfection, it's about honesty. It's about saying, "This is me, and this is how I see the world." When we embrace this mindset, we allow ourselves to create without fear, to experiment without judgment, and to grow without limits. Art teaches us to embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. Every great artist has faced moments of frustration, rejection, and doubt. These experiences are not roadblocks but opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to refine. The smudge on a painting might lead to a new idea, the misstep in a dance might inspire a new movement, and the critique of a story might uncover a perspective you hadn't considered. These moments of failure are, in fact, moments of transformation. Through art, we also learn the power of persistence. The first draft of a novel, the initial sketch of a portrait, the early rehearsals of a performance, these beginnings are often rough, even discouraging. But with time, effort, and dedication, they evolve into something extraordinary. This lesson extends far beyond the realm of creativity, teaching us to approach life's challenges with the same determination and resilience. Artistic expression fosters a deep sense of connection, both to ourselves and to others. When we create, we engage in a dialogue with our inner world, exploring our thoughts, emotions, and values. At the same time, we open the door to connection with others, sharing our perspectives and inviting them to share theirs. This exchange builds empathy and understanding, reminding us that, despite our differences, we are all part of the same human experience. Art also challenges us to think differently, to step outside the constraints of conventional thinking and explore new possibilities. A writer might imagine a world that defies the laws of physics. A musician might blend genres in unexpected ways. A painter might experiment with abstract forms. These acts of innovation inspire us to question, to dream, and to push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. One of the most profound gifts of art is its ability to capture and preserve the intangible. A poem can distill the essence of love. A photograph can freeze a fleeting moment in time. A melody can evoke a memory long forgotten. These creations become timeless, carrying pieces of our humanity into the future. When we create, we contribute to this legacy, leaving behind a mark that says, "I was here, I felt, I thought, I imagined." Art also invites us to embrace the present moment. The act of creating demands focus and attention, grounding us in the here and now. Whether you're mixing colors on a palette, shaping words on a page, or composing notes on an instrument, you're fully immersed in the process. This mindfulness is not only calming, but also enriching, helping us find clarity and joy in the act of creation. Perhaps most importantly, art teaches us to value the journey over the destination. It's not about the accolades or the end product, it's about the process, the growth, and the joy of discovery. Every line, every note, every word is a step forward, a piece of the puzzle that brings us closer to understanding ourselves and the world around us. As you continue your creative journey, remember that art is not about being perfect, it's about being present. It's about exploring the depths of your imagination, embracing your unique perspective, and sharing that perspective with the world. Whether you're a seasoned artist or a curious beginner, the act of creating is an act of courage, resilience, and connection. Let art be a part of your everyday life. Sketch your thoughts in the margins of your notebook. Hum a tune as you walk. Write a few lines of poetry before bed. These small acts of creation are more than hobbies. They are affirmations of your humanity, reminders of your boundless potential, and celebrations of the beauty that exists within and around you. Through art, you have the power to transform not only your own life, but also the lives of those who experience your creations. Your work has the potential to inspire, to heal, and to connect. So pick up your tools, whatever they may be, and begin. Create boldly, share fearlessly, and let the journey of art guide you to a life of meaning, joy, and infinite possibility.